Hello, everybody, and welcome to IWE Survivor Series, the best of the best. I am Jimmy Bly alongside of Christopher Pierce and Kyle Matthews, live from San Antonio, Texas. Gentlemen, tonight's going to be a great show.
It is going to be a great show. The time-honored tradition of Survivor Series. We are keeping it up here in San Antonio, Texas. Got a great lineup of matches tonight. I am looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Some very interesting matchups that we have here on the card. Of course, there's, as usual, typical IWE fashion, going to be some mystery opponents for some of our champions here tonight. And not really a surprise here, but obviously someone that we know has been a former women's champion here in IWE, looking to become the first two-time women's champion. Jessica Shelton looks like she could be the one to take on Carmella here tonight.
This should be a good match. I believe we've seen these two go at it before, so...
Yeah, it was Hell in a Cell when Carmella actually beat Jessica Shelton for the title to begin her long championship reign. Now Jessica back for revenge, as the cliche goes.
Yeah, and we ended up seeing in our last two pay-per-views, Bayley was defeated in both those occasions. So technically Bayley got a bit of a rematch from Night of Champions. But now Jessica Shelton, about 3-4 months since losing her title, theoretically here getting a rematch, and I think rightfully so as well. I mean, Jessica Shelton certainly had a long title reign, and was a little surprised she didn't get a chance to battle back for the title belt. She gets it here tonight on one of our bigger stages of the year.
And here comes Carmella, as mentioned, successfully retaining the title the last two shows against Bayley in rather quick fashion. I don't think it's going to be quite as easy for Carmella to get past Jessica Shelton that quickly.
Well, you say that, but let's also remember, we were kind of shocked that when Carmella won the title back at Hell in a Cell, that was a quick matchup too. Now granted, Jessica Shelton, her second bout here with Carmella, is certainly going to have a little bit of prior experience of what to expect from the self-proclaimed most beautiful woman in IWE, but we'll have to see if Carmella also is going to kind of go back to the same playbook that she implicated when she ended up winning the title.
I don't know. I mean, Carmella has been very, very cocky all over social media, you know, and I'm guessing it would be even better now because she's going up against an opponent that's not so random to her, as you guys both said. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna see what we're gonna expect here. Just hope that Carmella isn't too cocky.
As a man that's set the record of being banned the most times on social media, I'm surprised you're still actually on there.
How many accounts have you had to create over the years?
Just a few.
Let's see. There's Charlie Buxton. There's
Hey, those are real people.
Wow, so you hacked other people's accounts. Wow. Well, here we go. Here's Shelton throwing Carmella into the turnbuckle here, going right after the left arm.
Shelton seems to have maybe put on a little bit more muscle since the last time we saw her.
Well, I'll bet that not only putting muscle on physically, but also mentally as well. I'll bet she's watched a lot of tape here, has observed all of Carmella's matches since she took the title from her, and definitely she's got a game plan here. Take Carmella off of her feet early, and wow.
Hey, Kyle, we talked about the Battle of the Brands, right? That show on Up, Down, Down? Well, here we've got the Battle of the Blondes.
Yes, we do.
Oh, wow.
Impressive. Looks like a modified belly-to-belly suplex right there. Jessica Shelton coming out of the gate here, awfully strong.
I know it's kind of like
taking it right to the jab and a cover.
Going for the cover.
Wow. 2 count here in the early going, so that might be a good sign for Jessica Shelton. Already seems to be wearing down Carmella in the early going. You know, guys, we keep on every pay-per-view. It's almost like we're beating a dead horse, but it bears saying, depending on what happens in the title match here tonight, we do have the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Sasha Banks, waiting in the wings.
Absolutely, you know, that's in the back of both of their minds here. It's a nice drop kick by Carmella. Now Carmella going to the top rope. You don't see this very often here, but she big splash down to Shelton.
Big splash. Uh-oh, there's that cockiness I was talking to you about.
Now Carmella hard left hands into Jessica Shelton.
And that cockiness might cost Carmella right there. You know, normally you would go for the cover. But Carmella wasted a lot of valuable time, gave Shelton a little window to be able to recover.
Nice German suplex. I know Jessica Shelton quite well, and I can tell you one thing, she's never lacked any confidence either. She's not really cocky, but...
Oh, way this is going. You see Shelton, you see her legs. Oh, look at this. A triangle. Triangle choke.
Carmella's close to the ropes, but can she reach it there with her left hand? Referee Ernest right there in case she submits.
I'm not quite sure what he was really looking at there, but...
That was a nice breakout there by Carmella. Shelton really
looking on Kyle, it didn't put a smile on his face, so.
Well, maybe he doesn't agree with what a Carmella claims to be, but.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Ooh, with a nice reversal! Wow.
Like Carmella, or like Shelton might have been going for like a flatliner or something, but Carmella was able to reverse it.
Well, Jessica quickly kicking out at one there. It's on a...
Cut her into the submission. Look at this. It's a very unique style submission.
Actually, not only on the lower neck, but also on the lower back. You see, not allowing Carmella to get up to a vertical base. Shelton releases the hold for some reason. Going to go for a cover.
I think she might be out. Carmella might be unconscious, and Shelton wins.
Champion. Just like that, very impressive showing from Jessica Shelton, adding some new moves to her playbook, and she is now a two-time IWE Women's Champion.
Very interesting that Shelton decided to go for the cover. Yeah, Carmella must have been borderline passed out. Referee didn't call for a bell for a pass-out submission, so Shelton going for the cover there, maybe to make a statement. I don't know. Very interesting. She decided to go for the pinfall, but nonetheless, you know, victory is a victory, and she's walking out with championship gold.
That's all that matters at the end of the day, and here we go. And the Dirty Dogs here, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
These two have been very vocal over social media about wanting a tag team championship match, and I guess the IWE officials finally granted them their wish.
Two are former tag team champions in WWE.
Both very good as singles competitors as well. Very interesting. Both of them kind of coming from two entirely different worlds, two different journeys to get to this point. But I don't know, out of the gate, they seem to have a chemistry that I don't think really anybody ever expected.
And for those of you wondering, this tag team match is back to our traditional tornado-style tag match. Can the New Day retain over the Dirty Dogs?
Yeah, of course, the New Day getting the championships back from the Usos in our last pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. You know, we ended up having some history made here tonight as well. Guys, since changing over to the IWE brand, Jessica Shelton now is the first two-time champion on the singles side.
We've got to refresh your memory there, Christopher. It was two pay-per-views ago that they won the tag match. Last pay-per-view they just retained it.
Against the Usos. That kind of makes me wonder here that the last two matches they had against the Usos, those were traditional tag team matches. Now we're going back to a tornado tag match. How's this going to affect the strategy of the New Day?
Well, my memory is foggy, as you point out, but if I remember correctly, the New Day lost their titles in the tornado style match, so maybe this doesn't bode well for them.
We're going to have to wait and see. Xavier Woods out here. And Kofi Kingston just passing out pancakes that have most likely been somewhere inside the tights of Big E.
Well, I could use something to eat here to get ready for my match later on tonight. But after mentioning that, I think I'll pass.
Get some bootios. Crowd chanting for Kofi Kingston.
A lot of times in the traditional tag team matchups, referees able to keep some sense of order. In the tornado style match, it's complete and utter chaos. And, we've seen that the Dirty Dogs, they're not named that for no reason. They'll cut corners. They'll kind of go under the radar and do some sneaky stuff. So maybe a match like this could play to their benefit.
That must be why Ernest Wright is so pissed off right now, because this is a tornado tag match.
Could be.
I don't think I've ever seen Ernest Wright in a good mood.
We got Ziggler squaring off with Kofi Kingston there, right side of your screen. Left side of your screen, Robert Roode. Glorious Robert Roode there with Xavier Woods.
And the referee doesn't know which really one to watch.
It's too bad we can't afford 2 referees. Oh, nice neck breaker there by Kofi Kingston, taking down Dolph Ziggler.
Kick to the head here, and look at Robert Roode with the suspended suplex there, showing off his strength. Now Robert going for a pin.
This over already? Oh, nope. You saw right there, Kofi Kingston was tied up with Dolph Ziggler. That's one of the things that you have to be aware of in this type of...
Tornado DDT right off the top rope there by Xavier Woods.
I think Xavier was going to go for Roode, and he changed his mind in mid-flight.
You see, that took a lot of Ziggler's. He rolls right out of the ring. Now you have Xavier Woods and Robert Roode going at it, as Kofi Kingston also catching his breath on the outside, as Roode is dumped to the outside now, and everybody out of the ring. Now what's Xavier Woods looking for?
No disqualifications in a tornado-style tag team match, and so Xavier Woods bringing out the kendo stick.
Oh, and just like, it was like 3 shots to the head with that kendo stick.
Talk about you mentioned the Dirty Dogs, not afraid to, do what it takes here and live up to their name. Well, we just saw Xavier Woods kind of doing the same thing, so turnabout's fair play, I guess.
Xavier Woods' afro just shattered that kendo stick.
Some confidence in the Dirty Dogs here.
Now Robert Roode getting back in the ring. It's like, I thought Kofi was going to follow him in there, but they're going to continue to on the outside along with the Woods and Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler doing something here. Back into the ring they go. Look at Woods. Look at Woods. Well, I'm not sure what exactly they called that move, but whatever it is, Robert Roode's down, and it was a kick out at 1.
Couldn't really see it all that well because it was back behind Roode and Kingston. I couldn't tell if Ziggler landed with the back.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Oh, nice
Kofi.
drop kick by Kofi.
And then he kind of delivered an elbow drop to Ziggler and an eat defeat by Xavier Woods.
Look at the double pin. And it's over.
Did it in style. I mean, I don't know who got counted there, but
And just that quick.
I don't think we've seen a double pin like that in a long time here in IWE. That was a statement victory. Normally it's to get yourself a 2v1 situation, but nope, they took them on 2v2 and pinned them both.
Yeah, so you talked about New Day losing their tag titles in a tornado-style match. Well, I think they just did that to prove you wrong there, Christopher.
You could be right.
Well, we're going to be switching gears here, as I believe up next is our United States Championship match with, from what I'm told, is a debuting superstar taking on AJ Styles.
oh, this is always exciting. When we have a debut. See who it is here.
We've seen a number of debuts over on the Intercontinental Championship side. Wade Barrett debuted, won the title from William Regal, and then last pay-per-view, Jordan Devlin debuted and won the title from Wade Barrett. So let's see what happens here on the U.S. side. Oh my goodness! Oh,
Is this really who I think it is?
It's I don't know if it's exactly who you think it is because it's a very weird song.
I have an idea who it might possibly be. I've got a thought.
Wow,
It is
okay.
not who I thought.
It is Dylan Poteet making his wrestling debut in IWE.
Making his debut, it gets a United States Championship shot right off the bat. What a way to debut, but no easy task here going up against AJ Styles, who has been very impressive in his last 2 title defenses, one in a fatal 4-way and a triple threat match.
I'm curious, Christopher, who did you think this was?
I saw the Jeff Harvey. I saw the Jeff Hardy Titantron. I thought maybe we might see the Willow persona.
Well, you gotta pay attention to the music too.
There's no question on who this guy is.
Our United States champion.
That Dylan Poteet's got butterflies in his stomach the size of eagles. I mean, got to be excited to be able to make his debut here in IWE, but then he's charged with the task of going up against, quite arguably, maybe one of the more dominant U.S. champions we've had here in IWE. It's been a long title reign so far for the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Gotta be focused.
I would love to know how that meeting went. Mr. Poteet, we have some good news and some bad news. The good news, you're going to make your IWE debut. More good news, you're going to have a United States Championship shot. The bad news, you got to go up against AJ Styles and win the belt.
Poteet, a longtime fan of AJ Styles, so this has kind of got to be a dream match of his.
Well, both of these gentlemen are Southern boys. AJ Styles from Gainesville, Georgia, and Dylan Poteet from Lewiston, Kentucky. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of mutual respect there across the ring.
With AJ Styles, you never know what kind of respect you're gonna get. Well, you can tell Dylan Poteet's excited to be here. But over on the other corner is our United States champion.
You have to wonder how seriously AJ Styles is going to take Dylan Poteet here tonight. Not a whole lot of prior history of knowing what Poteet's wrestling style is like for AJ or for us here at the commentary table. So we'll see just out of the gate how much of a fight Dylan Poteet's able to put up. Does he kind of catch AJ Styles off guard?
Oh, he didn't there. Styles going right after him.
We know how AJ Styles is with rookies. I think he's going to try to teach this rookie a lesson.
Cover already by Styles. And Poteet able to kick out before the referee could even count the 1.
Yeah, it almost says to me right there, AJ Styles not taking Dylan Poteet all that seriously. Kind of saying, all right, rookie, I've got the upper hand. Let's see what you've got.
At the same time, it looks like he's trying to make quick work of him. Nice cross body off the top rope by Styles. Now look at Poteet fighting back here.
Oh, nice little Falcon arrow. Not enough to put AJ away. Poteet goes for the cover immediately on AJ and barely gets a 1 count.
Close there, Jimmy. Wrong bird. It's not the Falcon arrow. It's the Phoenix arrow.
Look at this.
That's an inside joke that none of our viewers know because we don't have any viewers.
Well, Michael Norman telling this entire crowd here at IWE that they're not real people. Been down that road before.
Who?
It's Jimmy Bly, but we will see Michael Norman later.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I named you one of your fake social media accounts.
Oh yeah. Speaking of later on, Kyle, it'll be nice to see you get back in the ring since losing your championship.
Absolutely.
Wish you guys the best of luck. Wish you guys the best of luck in your match tonight.
Hey, see, there you go. I gave you the segue. There with calling you.
Calf crusher, but his foot's on the rope.
Wow, a rare mistake there by AJ Styles. And Poteet in good position there for the calf crusher, but Big clothesline there from Styles going back after Poteet.
Oh, a Pele kick.
Perfectly telegraphed. Poteet went for a clothesline, missed, and AJ, my goodness, precision on the Pele kick.
Oh, Poteet with a nice reversal stuns AJ. Well, apparently not didn't stun him enough.
Styles. Phenomenal forearm in mind, maybe. Here we go.
Phenomenal forearm.
Get him flush.
Count to 10, referee. Welcome to the big leagues rookie. AJ Styles wins.
Now Styles making quick work of Dylan Poteet.
Well, Kyle, have fun in your match. Good luck.
Absolutely, thank you.
Well, Christopher, as he goes back, another impressive victory by AJ Styles.
Absolutely is. AJ Styles has been on a tremendous run since winning that United States Championship. Is anyone going to be able to step up and take the title away from the Phenomenal One? I don't think so. He has been not only on a tear, but a dominant tear. Very quick work he's made of most of his opponents.
Well, as we switch gears, it's our traditional Survivor Series match, which a little bit of a twist. In this tag team match, it's a tornado-style 6-person tag match, where the first team to get pinfall or submission will win.
Now we, of course, know 3 opponents on one side. We're finding out here who they're going to be taking on. We know Kyle Matthews is going to be one of them. Look at this.
Cody Rhodes.
Well, we saw Cody Rhodes challenge for the IWE World Championship quite a while ago.
And I believe it was either the Intercontinental or U.S. title he challenged for as well.
You're right, it was the U.S. title. I was going to mention, Cody Rhodes here going to have 2 teammates that we're going to be seeing here momentarily.
Whoa! Sorry.
I didn't know it was karaoke night. But we're going to be seeing Kyle Matthews, who's just already gone to the back. We've seen him team up with former SmackDown General Manager Seth Cole, and also 2-time Royal Rumble winner Michael Norman. So that's a pretty formidable team. But I'll tell you what, this opposing side's got a pretty good start with the American Nightmare.
Uh-oh.
Well, folks, it's not Roman Reigns, but it is a Samoa Joe.
Wow. Wow, okay. Can somebody mute his mic, please?
Freedom of speech.
Samoa Joe, recently part of AEW and Impact. Samoa Joe making a return to IWE here tonight. Now the question.
For the powerhouse of the team, maybe look no further than the Samoan submission machine.
Now my question is, who's the third teammate?
It's been a long time since we've seen Samoa Joe in an IWE ring. Looks good.
Now the question is, who's the third man? You didn't get that reference, okay?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, the wheels were turning, but I couldn't reel it in. Oh.
Well, aside from Cody Rhodes, who just recently left AEW, this is pretty much an all AEW team.
That's a good call. You gotta wonder what kind of continuity there's gonna be. AJ Styles, make that correction, Cody Rhodes rather, and MJF actually had a pretty good feud that went on in AEW. So you gotta wonder if they'll put that aside. Samoa Joe kind of just does his own thing. I'm trying to remember if Samoa Joe ever. Well, I guess maybe the only time I can remember him really having teammates in a faction was back in Impact when he was a part of the Main Event Mafia. But I mean, for the most part, Samoa Joe doesn't really team with anybody.
He had a good team when he was battling against Seth Rollins and AOP.
Well, that's true.
Well, now it's time. Here comes Kyle Matthews.
Of course, the last time we saw Kyle Matthews in a wrestling ring was when he had that rematch with William Regal for the Intercontinental Championship. It was unsuccessful, but had a great title run when he held that IC title. Now getting back between the ropes and going to have some pretty good teammates with him here tonight. Wants to put a W back on the record books.
And what better way to do it than in a Survivor Series tag team match? But he's definitely got a team to look out for. Remember, this is a tornado-style match. No DQ, no pinfall, or no pinfalls. No DQ, no countouts. Pinfall submissions only, and they've got to happen in the ring. Referee Ernest Wright's gonna have his hands full tonight.
Yeah, definitely is. We end up seeing as well that in a normal tag team matchup, when it's 2v2, the goal is to keep the opponent over on the opposite side. Here tonight, I'm not even certain that strategy is going to work out, because with that third member on either side, we can see some shenanigans outside of the ring. And referee Ernest Wright, to your point, is going to have his head on a swivel to try and keep this in order. As the high flyer Seth Cole coming out next.
Seth Cole looking very focused. It's actually been a little bit since we've seen Seth Cole.
I didn't know that Iron Man changed his color from red to purple.
Hey, you enjoy your you enjoy your attire there.
Do
Seth
I?
Cole really focused.
Yes,
You love your Seth Cole loves his purple and gold.
He does. He does indeed. Whereas I, Christopher Pierce, enjoy this business suit.
Two people, two different dressing styles.
Sounds like a Michael Bay film intro or something. Two different styles of dressing.
Speaking of which, we
talk
haven't.
about Samoa Joe being the powerhouse of the first team that came out. I think you might be looking at the powerhouse here for the other side. Michael Norm mentioned two-time Royal Rumble winner.
Haven't seen him actually in a while either.
Very long time since we've seen Michael Norman between the ropes.
I want to say maybe Survivor Series of last year when we were still under the YWC brand.
And you might be right. So technically it's been an entire year since we've seen him in the wrestling ring. Now we know that he and Kyle Matthews, Seth Cole, they're all good friends, so there's really no question about the chemistry between those three. Again, we kind of questioned the chemistry between Cody Rhodes, Samoa Joe, and MJF, so it'll be very interesting to see if that team can mesh at least for one night.
Well, we're about to find out. Referee better get out of the way.
And no titles on the line in this matchup. Basically, it's just for pride, as is typical in a Survivor Series match. Now, normally our Survivor Series matchups used to be SmackDown versus Raw, but since we're just under the one brand, we basically took 3 wrestlers from one side, 3 wrestlers from another side, put them in the ring here tonight for a semi-main event. But with that little bit of extra incentive of just, no title on the line, we might end up seeing these guys be a little bit more aggressive, cut corners a little bit more, no countouts, no disqualifications, all that comes into play in this type of a matchup. With it being a tornado style,
Seth Cole breaking up a count that was on Kyle Matthews from MJF.
we saw weapons, introduced in the tag team matchup earlier on tonight with the Dirty Dogs and the New Day. Gotta wonder if any of these guys might go beneath the ring and introduce something into this matchup. There's enough chaos as it is. We might introduce more.
going to be interesting to see. Kyle Matthews, no stranger of going for the biggest person in the ring, going after Samoa Joe right now.
I mean, you got to think that a lot of the opponents that Kyle Matthews went up against when he held the IC title definitely helped prepare him. As you mentioned, a lot of big men helped prepare him for this battle against Samoa Joe going on right now. And Kyle's got the upper hand currently.
Look at Seth Cole just beating up MJF on the outside of the ring. Norman taking a breather going after Cody Rhodes, and that just cost him.
Oh, no. What do you think? Maybe a little ring rust there for Michael Norman. We mentioned the fact he hasn't been in the ring for almost a year, and you're right, took a breather there in the early going.
It's very possible. Samoa Joe now.
Oh, boy. 2 versus 1 here on the inside of the ring. Cody Rhodes, Samoa Joe have Michael Norman all to themselves. This is not good if you're Michael.
No, not at all. Hard Irish whip into the corner. Well, Cody Rhodes really isn't trying to let. Oh, look at this! Cody Rhodes right in front of Samoa Joe, the muscle buster.
That's not going to help your team have any type of chemistry.
I've never seen Cody Rhodes do that. Look at Samoa Joe.
Interesting. Kyle Matthews was outside the ring. Instead of getting back inside the ring to help Michael Norman, he went over to the other side and is helping Seth Cole a 2v1 against MJF.
Not sure exactly what's going on with this situation here.
Thought that Kyle would have wanted to get into the ring, make it a 2 versus 2. Right now, Michael Norman is advantage. Was that a crossroads? I think it was, covered by Samoa Joe. Oh.
Rope break.
I think Michael Norman's right arm was underneath the ropes. Yes, it was. MJF.
Whoa!
Cody, he just elbowed Invisible Man.
He really did. I didn't expect Kyle to run into the ring like that. Nice power bomb there by Samoa Joe to Kyle Matthews. And a DDT by Seth Cole to MJF on the outside.
Michael Norman just turned Cody Rhodes inside out with a clothesline there. And further back, there's another one right there. And now a clothesline inside the ring, swinging clothesline by Samoa Joe. Well, Jacob Friedman deposited back inside the ring. Seth Cole setting up for something here.
Ooh, the double arm underhook power bomb there. Is that enough to put MJF away while Samoa Joe works on Kyle Matthews?
Yeah, he's working on the leg there. We see Kyle hobbling. Oh, Cole's got a cover here on the near side. Cody Rhodes sees it. I'm not sure how Cody Rhodes saw it from that far away. Very smart by the wily veteran.
Michael Norman just saved Seth Cole from an Alabama slam.
Shot there to Cody Rhodes, saving Seth Cole. You're right.
All these competitors back in the ring. And oh my God, Samoa Joe just throwing Kyle Matthews.
Got all 6 of them. While Samoa Joe now going to the outside, but for a moment there, all 6 were back in the ring. We're kind of back to square one. Ooh, nice face buster there by MJF to Seth Cole. Suplex by Michael Norman to Cody Rhodes.
Oh my gosh.
Saying so many words so quickly, but there's just that much action going on right now, both inside and outside the ring.
Well, that is your second job there, Christopher.
Oh, got a cross arm breaker there, submission.
Cody doing a good job keeping a crossroads.
Seth Cole fighting out of that armbar by MJF. Cody's got the cover on Michael Norman right in the center of the ring.
Oh my, and he just kicked out at 2.
Because Seth Cole was tied up with MJF. Combat's outside the ring. MJF's got a cover, but Michael Norman breaks that up before referee Ernest Ray could even get over there. Look at the outside of the ring. Kyle Matthews picked up the dead weight of Samoa Joe. Face first into the ring apron. Oh, look at this. Norman with a to Cody Rhodes.
MJF with a DDT on Norman. Where's MJF going?
He's going Air MJF.
The axe handle going down for the cover in the ring. Seth Cole says, I don't care. And Michael kicks out at 2.
Oh, I'm not sure what he was doing there. I thought he was running in to break up the pinfall, but instead he ran over to the other side of the ring. So that could have been costly.
Oh my gosh. Oh, a Pele kick by Seth Cole there. Cody Rhodes out there tied up with Kyle Matthews. And look at this, look at this. Another powerbomb cover. Nobody in the ring. Samoa Joe that says never mind. And Team NXT wins.
A couple of blunders on both sides of people running in as if they were going to break up the covers and never did. Seth Cole did it not too long ago. And Samoa Joe, you're right. He walked in, looked at MJF cover, and then just said, nah, never mind, walk back out. So I wonder what that's all about.
Either way, it's a Team NXT win here. Kyle Matthews, Seth Cole, and Michael Norman putting the W in their column for this match. And while Kyle makes his way back up to the commentators table, Christopher, up next, it's our Intercontinental Championship match. That's going to be something interesting to watch as well. Jordan Devlin putting his title on the line, but against who? That's the question.
It's going to be, what, three pay-per-views in a row where a history opponent's coming out to challenge the champion, and so far, we've run a streak where that mystery opponent has ended up walking out with the championship gold. Wade Barrett did it 2 pay-per-views ago, Devlin last pay-per-view, and well,
Kyle, welcome back, but it's Walter.
Wow, what a talk about a stiff challenge here for Jordan Devlin.
I hope that Jordan Devlin took out some insurance on his chest hair.
I'm always a sucker for the classics.
I'm not certain. I know they were both at the same time in WWE NXT UK, but I don't know if they ever faced off against each other in that brand, so this may be a first.
Tell you what, this guy goes by a couple of different names. Some call him Walter, some call him Gunther. I just call him intimidating. I mean, this is a guy you don't want to be, I really don't want to be in the ring with.
Well, Kyle, you've got to be in a better mood now that you've got a W back in your column after 2 straight losses.
Absolutely. What a team! What a team the 3 of us made out there. I believe we were undefeated at Survivor Series.
I have to look back in the history books on that one. Walter. Man, this guy, just wait till you see the size difference between Jordan Devlin and Walter.
You know, we talked about the hot potatoing that's been going on with the Intercontinental Championship. If Walter walks out with it tonight, we might end up seeing that championship belt stay in one location for a good long time.
Well, think about it this way too. Another sciencey thing here, if you want to call it, is that all the challengers so far for the Intercontinental Championship have been not from the United States. As Jordan Devlin makes his way to the ring, Irish-born champion, calls himself the next Finn Balor. And so far, he's done pretty good at that, winning IC gold.
Yeah, Finn Balor, a former Intercontinental Champion in his own, or I believe he's a former Intercontinental Champion.
I think so. I don't believe he has held the Intercontinental Championship.
Jordan Devlin, very impressive in his debut match, defeating Wade Barrett to get that Intercontinental title, but he'll have to be even more impressive tonight if he's going to be able to retain that title against Walter.
Absolutely. As you see the belt that's on the line, the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, I think Jordan Devlin only comes up to the chest of Walter. The height difference is incredible. And Walter's as nasty as they come.
Get the two. Walter, of course, big powerhouse. Jordan Devlin, more agility, more speed, so he's going to have to try to use that to his advantage.
Oh, yeah. Got to give that championship to earn this right. This could be the last time that Jordan Devlin has that championship. And it's straight holding it above. Everyone knows what's on the line. Boy, just look at that sour face of Walter.
Here we go, and right away, we're just throwing Jordan Devlin around the ring like a rag doll.
Oh. Yeah, Walter calls himself the ring general. And look at him as he already goes for a submission on Jordan Devlin. Huh. Devlin tried to grapple and Walter just tossed him away. Now here comes Devlin fighting back, and again Walter tosses him away, but he comes right back with more chops.
I admire the fight there by Devlin. Nice DDT. Now hammering away at Walter. This is what he's going to have to do to stay on him.
Take that big man off of a vertical base. Walter obviously has the power advantage over Devlin. Devlin got to rely on his quickness. Cover here. Well,
not even a count.
Yeah, Devlin's got to keep him down on the ground. Oh, that's a coup de grace finisher there. And like I said, Jordan Devlin calls himself the next Finn Balor.
Limitation is the most sincerest form of flattery. You have to wonder what Finn Balor thinks about all that.
Oh, gosh. Walter just introduced Devlin's face to the turnbuckle there. Tossing him around the ring.
There was nothing.
Oh, look at this.
Now stomping away at his chest.
Surprised we haven't seen the rest of Imperium around here. But maybe Walter said he wanted to go in it alone.
Devlin firing up here with a couple of nice clotheslines and taking Walter off his feet once again.
Great point there, Jimmy, but I wonder if that means that Walter feels that in defeat, woo, almost take my words right there. I wonder if Walter feels that he can defeat Jordan Devlin on his own, not really that concerned about Devlin as an opponent.
Whoa!
Are you kidding me?
I am very impressed with Devlin here. I mean, I think a lot of us thought it was a foregone conclusion that Walter was going to walk out here with the title, but Devlin has definitely brought his A game.
Oh, look at this. Devlin's got him up on his shoulder into a Falcon Arrow style move. I'm not sure what that's called. Is that enough to put him away? Oh my goodness, he just kicked out.
That might have been, if he had been able to get that 3 count, that probably would have been the upset of the night.
Oh, this crowd chanting fight forever. Oh, look at the arm drag.
Jordan Devlin saying, I'm the Intercontinental Champion, and I'm going to show you why.
Oh, God.
As I say that, boy, listen to those chops. I mean, just...
Oh, he's going for a submission. That's the one thing that the short guy has against the big guy is the more agility right there. And oh, what a forearm to the face.
You know, we gave it a foregone conclusion. We thought that Walter, based off of his prior history and his resume, well, actually, I'll get to that point here in a minute. If this isn't a pinfall, which is not, but, you know, we kind of were giving the advantage to Walter, but let's not forget.
Whoa! Went for a second one. Is that enough to put him away?
Against a bigger man in Wade Barrett, so, you know, we kind of didn't give Devlin, I don't think, that much credit in the last pay-per-view either.
Uh-oh, what's this? What's this?
Cloverleaf.
Cloverleaf submission on Walter. Oh, he's really got it cinched in.
And right in the center of the ring, too. Walter is nowhere near the ropes.
Lets it go. Look at him. Look at him gloat with the strength. Devlin once again going for a splash right on the back of Walter. Well, this is what you kind of got to do. Keep him down. A spam of moves. Is that enough to put him away? And it is.
Wow.
Wow, that is impressive.
As I am
showing everybody why he is the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, he had a game plan coming into this thing, and he executed.
Well, dinner's on me. I'll treat us to a full dish of crow because I don't think any of us gave Jordan Devlin a prayer coming into this matchup with Walter, but he is turning it away the naysayers. Two big men he's defeated in the last 2 months, Wade Barrett and now Walter, and he is proving he is a very dominant Intercontinental Champion.
I believe give credit where credit is due, and he deserves all the credit for this match. I mean, he had to deal with a lot of what Walter had, and you know, we're switching gears here now. It's time for a World Championship match.
Who's going to step up to the Tribal Chief, the head of the table here?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Oh boy. Well, here's a challenge.
I'll tell you one thing for sure, and that's McIntyre has been very vocal both behind the scenes and on social media about wanting a match against Roman Reigns.
Bringing that sword with him to the, well, not to the ring, but Scottish Warrior,
formerly known as the Scottish Psychopath. I wonder which version of that we're going to see here today.
Formerly known as the Chosen One.
Might have to channel into that Scottish Psychopath a little bit here to get past Roman Reigns, but
It's hey, Drew's got an okay theme song. I like this one, and I liked his version he had on NXT as well.
I thought your favorite theme song for him was Three-Man Band.
We don't talk about those days.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Hard to believe he was a part of that. And look where he's at today. I mean, my God.
I know, it seems the only person to have gotten screwed out of that 3MB deal was Heath Slater, and he has kids.
Well, earlier on tonight, we saw Samoa Joe take part in that Survivor Series matchup. Now we get Samoa Joe version 2.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
All right, I got another one for you. We're going to have the Big Dog versus Big D.
God dang it.
Wow. Of all of us to go there,
What? What are you talking about? That's actually his social media name. Drew McIntyre's is Big D.
that could be taken
Maybe I
in a
thought you
couple of
said you were on
different...
social media. How do you not know this?
That could be taken in a number of different ways here.
It really can.
Flagged by a special counsel, Paul Heyman, holding that world title.
Fireworks and pyro going off for our world champion, who specifically requested these fireworks once he won that title.
Well, we've already had one title change hands tonight. Jessica Shelton defeating Carmella to become the IWE Women's Champion. We saw the New Day retain their tag team titles, and Jordan Devlin retaining the Intercontinental title, and AJ Styles retaining the United States title. So, things are looking in favor of another title defense here, but I think Drew McIntyre has different plans.
Also remember that when Roman Reigns won the championship from Big E, Paul Heyman, the special counsel, played a big role in the outcome of that. Proved to be a distraction. He's down ringside here tonight as well. That's something that Drew McIntyre is going to have to keep in the back of his head.
Saw another title defense for Roman Reigns last time out against John Cena, and Cena took it to the limit in that match. But Reigns was able to come out at one top.
Hey, Ron. on social media, Jimmy. I don't know if you saw after Roman Reigns had that title defense against John Cena, a lot of social media was kind of outraged and an uproar, feeling that Roman Reigns got a fluke win. Granted, he walked out with the championship, but they didn't see him pin anybody.
Just stop. Please stop.
Well, did he really spear anybody then if they couldn't even...
I know, I guess they said Roman just wrestled an invisible stand.
Referee earned his right, counted to 3, so...
Well, he could clearly see his opponent tonight. And listen to these fans here, not quite acknowledging Roman Reigns.
Drew McIntyre in one corner. Can Drew be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns?
A big fight feel here for this match.
Yeah, it does. There's no doubt about that.
And then we have the Walrus, Paul Heyman.
What does Paul Heyman feel like, do you think? You've got
A walrus.
Roman Reigns on one side, and he's got long hair. You got Drew McIntyre on the other side. He's got long hair. And then there's Paul Heyman, who has no hair at all.
Well, he's got some hair. That's what's on the line. The IWE World Wrestling Championship.
Here, McIntyre with that Falcon Arrow to start things off. Hard Irish whip into the corner.
Clothesline, and wow, Drew really coming out fighting.
Roman Reigns has shown us in the past, too, that he can win matches in several different ways. We saw him, as you guys pointed out, last pay-per-view against John Cena with the spear. Prior to that, he walked out with the championship to begin his reign when he caught Big E in the guillotine. So very well-versed both in pinfalls and submissions. Drew McIntyre also has quite an arsenal at his disposal. The glass cow kick, the future shock DDT.
Oh, look at this.
Claymore, and look at Paul Heyman. You talked about him being heavily involved in the match with Roman Reigns and Big E. And off the distraction, Roman Reigns taking advantage of it.
The referee Ernest Wright didn't seem to really get in the middle of that at all. Kind of let it go down. Not sure what that's all about.
Oh, Roman Reigns with a jackhammer.
I was surprised that Drew McIntyre let Paul Heyman get to him this early on like that. I thought he tried to stay focused on Reigns, but hard to ignore Heyman at ringside.
All right, there, Roman Reigns might have injured that right wrist of Drew McIntyre.
Covered by Reigns.
Drew kicks at it too.
He was in complete control before Heyman got involved. Now Reigns looks like he's in control of this one right now.
Big reason why Roman Reigns has Paul Heyman as a special counsel. Paul Heyman pays dividends both behind the curtain and outside of the ring. Again, Roman working there on the, well, now it's the hand palm area of Drew McIntyre's right arm.
Oh, and an elbow, right?
Reigns, you don't see Reigns going to the top very often. Here's a cover by Roman once again.
Got the 2 count. Now Roman gloating to the crowd. Listen to the crowd.
Roman Reigns right now seems to be feeling that the momentum is on his side and he might be just one big move away from putting away Drew McIntyre. Not going to lie, I kind of felt that we'd see a little bit more out of McIntyre than we have here. Now, McIntyre trying to fight back, but Roman Reigns with a counter. Now McIntyre with a counter.
Oh, look at this. Future shock DDT. Is that enough to put Roman away? Paul Heyman screaming at ringside, and Roman kicks out at 2.
Barely.
Oh,
Uh-oh. What could Drew be thinking here?
see a countdown here.
Claymore!
That could be it.
One Claymore kick, is it enough? And it is.
Wow. Making pretty quick work of Roman Reigns. We saw him make quick work of Brock Lesnar here a couple years ago, and what is this here? And wow, Roman Reigns acknowledging Drew McIntyre. How about that?
That's quite an endorsement.
Well, Drew McIntyre, the new IWE World Champion. And, well, guys, you know, Survivor Series has been fun. And up next is TLC. Can't wait for that. I want to thank you two for joining me. Kyle, congratulations on winning your match and getting that win back in the win for you. And we'll see you all next time for TLC.